What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former 3 division world champion, former lightweight unified world champion, former 2-time Olympic gold medalist, Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko, has some very, very choice words for undefeated, rising, lightweight Mexican superstar contender boxer Ryan King Rod Garcia. Ryan Garcia had some interesting takes regarding how he fared when he sparred Vasily Lomachenko in preparing Vasily Lomachenko for a few of his fights. Vasily Lomachenko now responds to Ryan Garcia comments. Ryan Garcia said that they went to absolute battle, and Vasily Lomachenko begs to differ. He says that Ryan Garcia must be delusional. He says that this fight with Teofimo Lopez, now undefeated, unified WBA, IBF, WBO, Ring Magazine, lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, after he defeated Vasily Lomachenko via unanimous decision, he says that this is going to a lot of these fighters' heads. He says that now Ryan Garcia must be delusional in his take on what took place when we were sparring. He says that Ryan Garcia definitely attended many of his sparring camps, his training camps, and they did spar many times. But he says that Ryan Garcia must have forgot that I record every single sparring session that I have, not to be able to exploit my opponents, but to be able to dissect what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. I use it for, educational purposes for myself to correct any wrongs. So he says that Ryan Garcia must have forgot that I record every single sparring session that I have. And so when doing so, he must not realize, or must have forgot, that I could expose these sparring sessions and show that he was very, very timid. He was very, very lackluster in wanting to engage in a confrontation with me. He says in the times he did, he forgot how his face looked after those sparring sessions. He wasn't pretty as you see him on Instagram. Wow. Everybody refers to Ryan Garcia as an Instagram model. Most people peg him as, like he's the next Oscar De La Hoya, right? Former Olympic gold medalist, former 5 division world champion, iconic superstar boxer, retired Hall of Famer. And that's in which he signed to Golden Boy Promotions. So he's stating that, Ryan Garcia must have forgot, he must not remember what took place. So he says that his face was all mangled after those sparring sessions. He says, but I'm just not that petty. But if he continues on with the path that he's going and acting like we, had these serious competitions and sparring sessions, then I'm going to have to reveal the truth at this point in time. He says, so he's just sending out a message to Ryan Garcia to inform Ryan Garcia that just watch what you say. Be very, very careful, because I have the receipts to prove what actually took place in these sparring sessions. Wow. Ryan Garcia, has very, very fast hands. He's very, very, committed to the sport of boxing. He has power, but he has slow feet. And so I could believe that Vasily Lomachenko got the best of him more times than none in sparring, because Vasily Lomachenko has very quick feet and very educated feet. And if you don't have the footwork and the foot speed to keep up with Vasily Lomachenko, he will indeed embarrass you in a real fight or in sparring sessions, okay? Because he has a high ring IQ. He uses different angles. He has foot speed. He has educated footwork. So if you're not able to keep up with him in the footwork department or athletic department, he will embarrass you. And Ryan Garcia does not have the foot speed or the athletic ability to keep up with Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko. So, and Vasily Lomachenko is very accurate with his punches. Now, with that said, Ryan Garcia is very big, right? This version of Ryan Garcia, I don't know when the last time they sparred, but Ryan Garcia is 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. He's only 22 years of age. He's a big, big lightweight, right? So Vasily Lomachenko is a small guy. He's probably about 5'5", 5'6". He has a very, very short arms, right? His arms, he just doesn't have long arms, and His limbs just seem to be very, very short, right? So with that said, I could see Ryan Garcia causing some problems for Vasily Lomachenko, especially on the inside, because Vasily Lomachenko, is not the biggest guy in the world. Like I say, he has a 65-inch arm reach. Ryan Garcia has a 70-inch arm reach. So he has a 5-inch arm reach advantage over him. He has a 5-inch height advantage over him, and he's a big, strong, young kid, right? And he has power. He has a beautiful left hook. So, I could see Ryan Garcia giving him problems at times, but from the outside and the angles and the quick feet and the foot movement, I could see Lomachenko getting in and getting out and causing Ryan Garcia a lot of problems. I believe that Lomachenko, does have the receipts. I believe that Lomachenko, did get the best of Ryan Garcia, like I stated, more times than none. Did Ryan Garcia have success at certain times? I'm sure he did. Ryan Garcia has very, very fast hands. He probably has the fastest hands in the sport of boxing, not named Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Mr. Gary Russell Jr., the longest reigning champion, the WBC featherweight world champion, he has the fastest hands in the sport of boxing. Ryan Garcia is probably coming in second. And with that said, right, this is due to the fact that Ryan Garcia sits down on more of his punches. He's flat-footed, right? So he's able to commit to his hand speed more so like a guy that's committing to his power. When you're sitting down on your punches and you're sitting down on your speed, you're going to have more speed. You're going to have more punching power because you're standing idle, right? So you can commit more to that area of your body, and you could, display faster hands or more power. The problem with that is your opponent, if he has enough power, he could generate enough power using movement, then you're in trouble. And enough speed and enough power and enough accuracy while you're standing flat-footed in the statue position, he's going to take advantage of it. So with that said, I do think at times he may have caught Lomachenko coming out or coming in because of his hand speed, okay? But for the most part, I do believe that Lomachenko got the best of him in the sparring sessions. And Lomachenko, I feel at this point in time, is starting to feel slighted, right? Due to the fact that he took this loss. And I feel like he's starting to feel like he's growing a chip on the shoulder because he's starting to feel like he's being overlooked after losing to Teofimo Lopez. Now, remember, he did also, lose to Orlando Salido, right? Who was essentially a journeyman who was a champion, okay? Orlando Salido has like 14 losses, 15 losses on his resume, multiple draws on his resume. He was very, very exciting. He fought the best of the best, and sometimes he won. He got his claim to fame was beating Juanma Lopez, who most people pegged as one of the next biggest stars in the sport of boxing. And Juanma Lopez lost to Orlando Salido twice. And the first one was a super upset, and the second one was a disappointment because everybody was expecting to see Juanma Lopez face off against now 4-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer Mikey Garcia. And that never came to fruition simply because Juanma lost the fight. And then he was pegged to have a huge fight, huge showdowns with Cuban multi-division world champion Yuriokis Gamboa. But again, he blew those fights, losing to Orlando Salido, and which saw Orlando Salido get the fights against Mikey Garcia and against Yuriokis Gamboa in replace of Juanma Lopez. So with that said, Juanma Lopez was as a superstar as you could get in the sport of boxing. His ceiling was super high. Everybody had high expectations for Juanma, but he just didn't come through. He was a bit of a disappointment, to say the least. And so with that said, tons of people overrated, in my opinion, Orlando Salido because of those 2 upset losses. And then Orlando Salido beat Vasily Lomachenko. So he's not so much of a journeyman when you look at it from that standpoint. He's an overachiever, right? He beat Vasily Lomachenko. He beat Juanma Lopez. Overachiever, hard, rugged, rough, tough guy. And, he wasn't the most skilled. He wasn't the most athletic. He just brought his hard hat in his lunch pail and he went to work. And his pressure and his physicality was too much for Orlando Salido. For Walmart, and was too much for Vasily Lomachenko. With that said, now Lomachenko has 2 big losses on his resume, and he's dropped down a few notches in everybody's view. And with that said, now people expect him. They want to see. They're interested to see how he bounced back. But he feels slighted. He feels a chip on his shoulder. He feels like he's being overlooked, and so he's now responding to everybody. So let's see what's next. He called out 2-division world champion, superstar, undefeated WBA, simultaneously 130, 135 pound world champion, superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. Then he said that he don't mind fighting also undefeated WBC lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney. So he's looking for big fights moving forward, Vasily Lomachenko, that is. He's trying to put himself back in that championship contention. He wants to become a world champion again. He wants to prove that he hasn't lost anything. And he obviously wants a rematch with Teofimo Lopez, but that's not going to happen. So we got to see what's next for him. But as far as this sparring session, he told Ryan Garcia, strong message, stern message, be careful what you say before I release that footage and show the people what really happened in these sparring sessions. But that's all I got for y'all. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all of the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.